It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got the Seahawks' versatile running back. He's a newly minted 2,000-yard rusher with a shot at surpassing the single-season record. It's
The Seahawks returning their offense and this running back to the field.
Hey, here we go, hey. Hey, trio left.
Smith start with a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10 now. Here's Smith. That's a catch. Jackson Smith in Jigba. This is ahead for about 5. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They're now set for 1st and 10. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game delivered chunk plays too.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Running back sent in motion. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Third and 4 coming up now. Now Smith. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. We've got a close one here. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Hawks back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. First down, Smith to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. They really don't care what the split is between ground and him as a receiver. The important part for their offense, Brock, is just getting this dude touches.
Yeah, just like those hoopers you see, right? When they are on fire, get him the ball. Whatever it takes, you're going to find a way to devise a scheme to get it to him, and they're doing it right now. Damage through the air.
That's JSN, Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They'll come up 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
53, 53. No ball. 13 in. Check 59, cover.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out.
Hey, here we go, hey, it's a clip. Middle. Tuesday.
Smith setting to throw. Hits his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. next, and this running back headed back. They go play action. Here's Smith. Completed to his running back. It's a race down the right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Touchdown, Seattle! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And
Offense running out for a new series, led by... The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
you know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Has good room at the 35. And he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. And one of the NFL's longest standing records stands no longer. He's crossed 2,105 yards rushing and officially supplanted Eric Dickerson with the greatest single season running the football this league has ever seen. Incredible. Congratulations. Well, once you join the rarefied air at the 2,000-yard plateau, next thing you look to is the single-season rushing record, and with that carry, he has set the new NFL record.
Hey, let's be honest. With how pass-heavy this league has become, did you ever expect to see this one fall?
That's a great question. Can't say I did.
Opportunities for a back to challenge records like this.
He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Back-to-back carries here. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Seahawks make it a 3-possession game. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They'll run here on first down. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. In motion right is Metcalf. They give it to him again. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. The running back gets it on the draw. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. First down, they'll run. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards there, partner. A strong gain, and now a much more manageable 3rd and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4. backfield, and they give it to him. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Plowing up the middle. Still finding room past the 45. 20, 15. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. And with that score, he's now eclipsed the 27 touchdowns of Sean Alexander and Priest Holmes, and joined LaDainian Tomlinson atop the NFL with 28 rushing scores in one season. Now to the running back. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. And with that run, he's eclipsed Adrian Peterson's mark of 296 rushing yards. And with it, set a new single-game benchmark for what it means to run the football well. Well, that defense down there, Brock, they got to be tired of hearing this guy's name, but we sure are tired of saying it. This is now the single most productive game by one guy in league history. He's got more all-purpose yards than anyone has ever produced.
Kind of felt this was coming with how productive he's been, but as you say that, man, I am smiling ear to ear. So rare to ever see one player take over a game like he has today, but he's truly been unstoppable.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Now a give on the counter. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Hand off to the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
He gets him the first inside the 15. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. This was a clear passing down, Brock, and the run surprised all of us, and there it goes for a touchdown.
That's well said. Rewarded for going against the grain. Common sense analytics tell you throw it. But the surprise paid dividends.
And after it was broken or tied 3 times in just 4 years in the early 2000s, Brock, it has taken until now for this record to fall again. That's his 29th rushing touchdown and sets a new NFL record, topping LaDainian Tomlinson's historic 2006 season. Gut. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
The give here on second. Across the 45 and still going. And he works this down to the 41. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's a toss headed right. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, trio left.
Putting a receiver in motion. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. That one gains 7. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Another carry for him. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. It's a gain of 2. They're left with 4th and 7. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first. Several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win.
Yo, what's good? I just want to say congratulations, man, on breaking the single-season rushing yard record. Well deserved. Keep getting after it.